Welcome back to another episode of Combat Talk. This is episode 52. And yeah, it's Solo Dolo Marco again. Pedro is out of town. He's getting a height extension surgery, so he's going from 4'8" to 5'8", so he's gonna grow a foot. So happy for him. And we will see when he's back. But in the meantime, y'all have me. No intro because I don't have the intro saved. But we'll get it going. So, UFC fight night this weekend. We have this fight night is going to determine who is the true clean king of Africa. Dricus du Plessis versus Kamaru Usman. But before that, couple faces I recognize, but no fights I can really put together. But regarding the main card, man, first one, Tommy McMillan versus Alberto Montez. So McKinney having a lot of hype behind him. You know, trains with what's his name? Sean O'Malley, young kid, kind of similar vibes. Well, I think he's in his late 20s, actually. But taking on Alberto Montez, I think this is a well scheduled fight, man. I think they're both, I think this is going to be a lot harder than people think for McKinley. Montez is coming off he's on a 4-win streak in total. This is his second fight in the UFC. However, his last fight, he beat Ricky Turcio. So, I know Ricky Turcio is not the best, but, I mean, I think a little bit better than who McMillan had his debut for. But that's just Zucchini. But technically, this is both their second fight, both coming from Dana White's Contender Series. So we'll see. I think this is, very equally matched fight. Next, what we got? Tabitha Reese versus Fatima Clean. I mean, Tabitha still, Baby Shark still on her run. I don't know much about Fatima Clean, I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, I know. Oh, yeah. Tabitha lost Jandaroba last, but, I mean, Jandaroba's Jandaroba, Yeah. Don't got much to say on that one. Going for Tabitha, just because I don't know Fatima. Oh, and on the other one, fuck it. Tommy Guns, I guess. Next, Chase Hooper coming back, man. Somebody part of the Toon Force versus Mitch Ramirez. Ramirez coming off of 2 losses. I know he just got signed to the UFC too, so. And then, Chase Hooper, a fan favorite. He's also coming off of 2 losses. So I would think, though, Chase Hooper has a little more experience. So I'm going to side with Chase Hooper on that one. Another fight. Jared Cannonier versus Christian Leroy Duncan. This is going to be violence, man. I know this dude Duncan, man, he comes to kill, man. He comes to swing. Beat Dulce by unanimous decision last. Knockout for knocked out Marco Rubio, knocked out Eric Anders. I mean, yeah, this guy likes violence. And Cannonier, I mean, what can you say about Cannonier, man? He's always put on a show. He's coming off a loss versus Michael Page, but I mean, Michael Page is Michael Page, you know? I mean, he's a hard, hard guy to figure out, right? Stylistically. So I get that. To me, Cannonier's only lost to the Vest. So this one's hard. I want my boy Cannonier to win. But yeah, this one I expect a knockout for sure. They both are going to sit there and bang. And that leaves us up to the main event. Dricus Duplessis versus Kamaru Usman. Two previous champs. Two African brothers coming and meeting in the middle, man. Kamaru coming off of a long time off. I want to say, a year? Last time he fought was when he came to Atlanta. Yeah, Buckley. June of 25. So, and then obviously we have Dricus coming off a loss to Chimaev in August. So I guess they're both off of a similar time off. Obviously Dricus being a little more active year before that, being previous champ, taking the belt away from Strickland, defending versus Adesanya, and beating Strickland again for it. But this one's gonna be fun. I mean, Dricus, Toon Force, right? If you know, you know. Usman, I mean, one of the most technical guys to ever do it, especially when it comes to the wrestling side. So this is going to be interesting. I think there's a game plan that Kamaru is going to really follow to try to finish Dricus, or not finish. But I think he's going to really try to control him. I think he's going to take a what's his name? Jesus Christ, Chimaev approach, heavy wrestling, try to tire out Dricus. You know, Dricus is a weird guy. It looks like he's always tired, but I don't know. He's always got a little something left in him to throw something crazy. So I'm gonna side with my boy Usman. I think he's gonna be a little too technical for Dricus. Even though Usman is, you know, on his tail end of his career, he's also 39. But I think I'm gonna go for Usman. I think he's gonna be able to mix it up a lot. I think it's be wrestle heavy, but I think the striking is gonna be there. I think Drake is gonna have some moments. I think he could even hurt Usman, but yeah, I think Usman's gonna keep it on the ground, and yeah. So Usman, unanimous decision, I think, is where my money's at on it. So that's it in the UFC world. Now let's go to the boxing world, man. Only fight that kind of tickles my pickle is Diego Pacheco versus Emmanuel Aleem. Diego Pacheco in the Mexican world has had a little bit of a controversy because he said that Mexican-born fighters, boxers, don't have a lot of skill. So he's been a little bit under the microscope from the Mexican boxing world. And so he's fighting, man. He hasn't fought since December of last year. So 7 months off, but now he's back taking on Aleem, who you know, Aleem's Aleem, not the cream of the cream, if I'm being honest with y'all. Coming off a loss to Lesser Martinez. Now, however, he did, last all 12 rounds with Martinez. So a durable guy. But it's only been knocked out once. So durable guy. I think, if I had to choose, I think Pacheco takes it and unanimous decision. I think he's just gonna outbox Aleem the whole time. I don't see Pacheco having enough power to really do anything or hurting Aleem too bad. Honestly, if he does, I'll be surprised. Maybe he can, but I think it's going to be a big boxing, um, outbox Aleem, move around. Um, I think on the inside, Pacheco's going to find some success too. Eventually, be able to push back Aleem a little bit, and then I think just tee off and just accumulate points throughout the fight. Uh, put some combinations together, and yeah, make it to those 12 rounds and take a win. So we'll see how Pacheco does. Um, I mean, that comment about Mexican-born fighters, I don't know. It's a hard one. It's a stretch. I don't agree with it. I would just say, yeah. I mean, I wish there was stronger gyms in Mexico, but let's not forget, like, some of the greatest have come out of Mexico. So to say that is a little crazy. Um, but I think for Pacheco, this fight hopefully sets him up for a much bigger fight. You know, if I'm being honest with you, I mean, I don't dislike Pacheco. The only thing I would say about his career is he hasn't been doesn't have, like, I don't know, some real challenging fights in my opinion. Hasn't really taken on any big names or you know, um, anybody that's really gave him a struggle. So believe he's still kind of young. So maybe, he's got time. But my only complaint with Pacheco would be, take some bigger fights, man. I mean, if you really, really believe in your skill, I think it's time for him to take on some bigger fights. He is, how old is he? 25. So, I mean, coming up to what is your prime, and he's taking on some, I wouldn't say completely easy fights, but I mean, again, nobody up there that's really gonna challenge him especially at 168. Man, 168 it's a tough one out there. So, me personally, I think Pacheco should take on Munguia at 168. I think the buildup is there. He said that comment about Mexicans. Munguia is, one of the top guys at 168, and he's Mexican born. So go in there, try to take out a top Mexican, and really stand on what you said. That's my only comment with Pacheco. But besides that, man, that's it. A short little pod, like I said, it's just me today. So, and not the biggest fights, So, with that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see y'all on the next one. Peace.